We are going to be breaking this video into two parts. First, we will be seeing this, which is in how it operates in a 2-channel setting, and then we'll be doing one for headphones. And most importantly, what I find out is if an extra ball actually makes a difference.
Chord Electronics opened their doors in 1989 with a singular goal of building the best quality professional components for some of the world's best recording studios. Chord is well known for their higher end products, so how does the $1,000 Canadian Mojo 2 stack up? Let's find out. Welcome to Hi-Fi. I'm Marcos, this is Kurt, and today we're talking about the new Chord Mojo 2. The Chord Mojo 2 is a battery-operated DAC and headphone amplifier that you can also use in your 2-channel system. One of the really cool features about the new Mojo 2 compared to the old Mojo is its multi-band DSP. You're able to adjust 4 different frequency levels from your bass at 20 Hz, your mid bass at 120 Hz, your treble at 3000 Hz, and also your highs at 20,000. You're able to adjust them by 9 dBs up or down as well. Another cool feature about the new Mojo 2 is its variable volume levels for both IEMs and harder to drive headphones, meaning you're able to make the adjustments in a much finer way for IEMs. And when you have a harder to drive headphone, you don't have to sit there all day and press the buttons to adjust the volume. A cool feature about the Mojo 2 when it comes to desktop listening or 2-channel listening, you can play it while it's plugged in and charging. So it actually has a mode where it won't overheat ever when it's plugged in, so you can have it as a permanent fixture in your system. The Mojo 2 features 2 3.5mm headphone jack outputs. It also has a USB, USB-C, optical, and coaxial.
3.5mm coax? The thing is, I don't even know where you get that from. And does it actually have to be 75 ohm cable?
I actually have no idea, but Chord did have a video of it with the M-scaler, and they made a custom cable.
Okay. I want to research how readily available this thing actually is. Or if anybody knows, I'm not really a headphone guy anymore, please let me know in the comments below. But just like the previous version, it really is built the same. Other than that, I noticed here it's got like 4 smaller balls. No, I'm gonna 4 smaller orbs as opposed to having, I guess, 3 larger orbs. 2 blue balls right in the middle. Really, cosmetically, it almost looks exactly like the original Mojo. The only difference is got 4 orbs as compared to 3 orbs. But for those that don't know the Mojo, or the original one, just the weight and feel of this is really good. It's, I've, in the past, I've carried around the original when I do travel, and I do find it still makes a lot, I wish they can even make it a little bit more lightweight, but it adds this heft to it, adds to the overall quality and build of the Mojo.
Initially, setting up the Chord Mojo 2 is quite simple. You just plug in your 3.5mm output cable, and then you can use your USB cable from either your iPhone, your Mac, or any sort of computer as well to get it up and going. Your iPhone will actually automatically select it as an output, so pretty nice and easy.
The one thing in setup, just make sure you pay attention to all the little DSP settings. You're either going to want to keep a little chart, or you're going to have to memorize the 9 DSPs that it has on there.
Overall performance-wise, the Mojo 2 definitely did not disappoint me. It definitely sounds like the original Mojo, which was definitely a benchmark when it came out. definitely more refined now. So I found on the upper end, it's extremely nice and clear, easy to listen to. On the mid-range, it's present, and on the bass, I think it's a little bit more present than the original Mojo. Especially now with the adjustable DSP, you can really fine-tune that sound to exactly what you like it to be.
My overall impressions of this compared to the older one, the one thing I kind of had is the difference in price points. I think it's about almost $300 difference now compared to what it was in the Mojo 1. When I really think of it, the thing is everything's kind of gone up in that same different kind of price range. So, you know what? When I really look at the overall quality of it, you know, to me, Chord's always built some of the best DACs out there. You really, what makes it so its strengths are its ability, the texturing bass. I always find they do it so well, and that even just that feeling of that kind of that spaciousness and kind of keeping things like sounding a little bit more live. The Chord really just overall does such a good job.
When it came to performing our classic dB listening test on the Chord Mojo 2, starting off at around 60 decibels, really nice low levels, like even maybe lower than a typical conversation level. It was pretty amazing on how well it performed and how lively the music still was, even at those really low listening volumes. And that's one thing that really shines with the Mojo 2 is just how detailed it is at every frequency range, and the bass is still really well textured and varied even at those listening volumes, so really covers the range really well.
Our really high levels at 85 dBs perform really well, because the one thing is why we tested at also a source like this in the louder regions is to see if it's fatiguing to listen to. Of course, you're at 85 dBs, no matter what, you're always going to feel the pressure, but because this is overall, it's just it's just a nice smooth presence to it. You can listen to this at quite loud levels, all day long.
When it came to listening to the Mojo 2, we listened to a wide variety of music as always. It's actually quite nice to listen to. Two songs that stood out for us today, Jamie Isaac, Maybe. The nice part about this song, I really like how kind of lightweight the vocals really are. They're doing a lot of cool drum effects in this song. And with the Mojo, you really got to hear like all the cool textures that they're using in the song, and also it imaged and staged quite well for a DAC of this value. Like, it did sound really nice and big. It sounded pretty deep as well. So, pretty impressed.
One thing in this song is the vocals is meant to sound deep into the stage, which this really accomplished. And I think that's always a strength with Chord DACs in general, is they create a lot of spatialness in the songs, and you really get to it really comes out when you're listening to it back. Again, another thing was the bass. It was really textured, especially in this track. It's really neat because what they do is that you can tell is they mic the drum really close, and then they just place it throughout the sound stage. Not really natural to do it that way, but it just places it to create that kind of neat effect of having like just percussion and drums like just filling up the stage. And in here, it really, because the texturing is what I find just that it's so good in these products that really brought this track alive.
The second song that stood out for us today, Luis Bonfa and Stan Getz, Samba de Duas Notas. I've been listening to this song quite a bit recently. I don't know, it really gives me a good spring vibe. It's really lighthearted. It just makes me in a good mood. And I found on the Chord Mojo, all the detail was there. You could tell where everybody was playing. It was really nice and present. I really enjoyed it. Another thing I really liked was the texturing of the saxophone in this song. Just really comes to life.
One thing I did notice on the drums, I like how agile and stuff, which were playing right on the right side. Because you had the drums right on the right, you had the sax in the middle, and you had the strings on the left. And what was really neat is on just kind of the agile, airy sound was just playing on the right side on the drums was really well done, and also the strings. The strings were, they were just they really just, I guess, again with chord decks, they just really add that extra sense of air and spaciousness into the strings, just like how usually now the sax were supposed to be nice and deep was really where it was. Sometimes, a lot of times when the sax takes center stage, it's really quite blaring, but in this case it wasn't. It was mic'd deeper to sound deeper in the stage, and the chord really portrayed that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of compare it to the Node or another streamer like the i5 streamer. And the reason for this is because that's really, in a 2-channel setup, that's really what people are gonna want to know. Is it a worthy improvement over, say, the Blue Sound streamer? So we were going back and forth compared to the Node using the built-in DAC in the Blue Sound Node. One thing we noticed is just a sense of air. I think that was the biggest thing, is one of the biggest improvements that we have, just like when we were going through all the music that we went through. That's one thing that we just noticed as one of his strengths. And another thing again is the bass. If you ever have a chance to compare, always pay attention to the bass, because on the bass compared to the Node, it just adds that little bit of extra texture in the bass, and also that sense of like depth or extension and body, that it really just makes those lower notes just come alive a lot more.
Another good product for the Chord Mojo 2 to go along with would be the iFi Stream. I've got an iFi Stream at home at the moment. Adding the Chord Mojo 2 really improved the system overall. Now, the iFi Stream is, of course, just a streaming transport. But one thing I found over with the Mojo 2 compared to the iFi Zen DAC, the Zen DAC is a little bit more hi-fi, it's a little bit more analytical, where the Mojo 2 is really well-rounded. And the biggest thing, once again, the adjustable DSP really gets you to fine-tune its sound to best suit your listening and your system. That's something that I would highly consider adding the Chord Mojo 2 to an iFi Stream.
Overall recommendations, I really think this is a really good addition to any standalone streamers out there, or even a streamer that has a decent DAC built in, like the Blue Sound. You're still going to notice a really good upgrade for this. And I think one thing, it serves as a dual purpose. So if you are going to use it as, say, you're going to go traveling and you got a good set of headphones, or even just a good set of headphones in your house, you can serve that purpose as well, which you will be doing a separate review later. Yeah, I probably won't be there, but but yeah, because of that, serving as a dual purpose, it really can do double duty.
Thanks for watching our video today on the brand new Chord Mojo 2. If you have any questions about the Mojo 2, or if you want to tell us about your experience with other Chord products, let us know down in the comments. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends, and we'll see you in the next one.